Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme to the next level. If you've ever felt like the battery life just didn't keep up with your gaming sessions, this video is the video for you. I've upgraded mine with a massive 74 watt hour battery from Aliexpress. Before we dive in, let me give you a quick heads up. This mod is relatively easy if you've ever worked on small electronics before. However, if you're new to this kind of work, take a moment to think it through. While this mod is reversible to an extent, you'll need to modify the back casing from the inside. And yes, this will definitely void your warranty. Also remember, we're dealing with lithium-ion batteries here, so always proceed with care and caution. Stick around because I'm not just showing you how I did it, I'll also share you whether this mod was worth it and how it impacts the Ally's performance. Let's dive right in. So the battery comes in this package, and in this package there are a few accessories. There is a opening tool, a Phillips screwdriver, a Torx screwdriver from really low quality, and a snipping tool. And then you have the battery itself with, on the back side, some heat resistive tape. Sadly, this battery is not a drop-in replacement. It requires you to mod the inside case a little bit. So we start by unscrewing the 6 screws that are on the back of your ROG Ally. Once all the screws are removed, flip the Ally like this and open it with the provided plastic tool. Just go to the palm rests and turn the plastic tool like it's a key, and then the back side of the Ally will open easily. Now grab the back side, and this is where we do the most of the mod. We'll grab the snipping tool and we'll remove all the extruding plastics that you can see in this provided image. So it's quite a task, it's not really easy, and I've sped up the video a little bit so you can see all the plastic bits that I took off, just so you could do the same and make sure that everything is good. One other tip that I can give you, instead of fully snipping off the plastic, just put the clippers on it and start turning. That helped me get the most plastic off in the smallest amount of time. Here I was quite happy with the end result, but as you can see, there is still a little bit of plastic left where the battery will sit. So what I did was I grabbed some sandpaper and started sanding the back a little bit to make it a really smooth surface. Why? You want the battery to sit on a smooth surface just so the battery won't get punctured. Because if a lithium-ion battery gets punctured, you have a flame on your hands that you will not be able to control unless it's done burning. And here we have the finished product. Now we move to the front of the ROG Ally, and I would recommend you to do it not in the same steps that I have done. I started with unclipping the ribbon cable. I would recommend you to go first to the battery and disconnect the battery first. That's actually working on Electronics 101. However, in my case that wasn't possible anyway because I've installed a full-size SSD in mine. So what I had to do, unscrew the SSD first, then unscrew the little daughter board, and then I could unplug my battery, and then I should have disconnected the ribbon cable. Luckily nothing went wrong, but I would recommend you to first disconnect the battery. Once you're done with that, you'll unscrew the 2 screws that are on the side of the battery and the 2 screws that are near the fans on the top side of the battery. After unscrewing those 4 screws, the battery will easily lift up. Underneath the metal shield there is a little sponge, and what you'll need to do is grab that sponge, so undo it from the motherboard and just place it directly underneath the motherboard. Sadly, we'll have to grab the snipping tool again. There are two parts on this side of the casing that you'll need to cut as well. So just make sure, because there is a lot of electronics, a lot of small wires, etc. Just make sure to be really, really careful when cutting these little plastics. Now the battery kit also comes with a little sponge, so you'll need to cut that sponge to size and put it into these couple of areas on the ROG Ally. This will help prop up the battery to not sit directly on the RAM heat spreader. So cut them to size, maybe even a little bit too big, and then just snip them even way further. Just make sure that the battery is lifted at a slight angle, but not too high for the back cover. Now it's time to connect the new battery, and it's time for reassembly afterwards. Make sure when you are just pressing the backside back on the ROG Ally, make sure you're not pressing too hard. If there is any pressure, don't move forward. Grab the Ally, open it up, and just look and try to search for that part which is not letting you fit the battery in. But don't move forward. If you puncture the battery, it's game over. So again, no pressure. Good. Close up the Ally. Is there any pressure? Stop immediately. So, was the 74 watt-hour battery upgrade worth it? For now, in my case, not necessarily. I am a bit of a couch potato, so I'm nearly always near a wall outlet. Honestly, I don't think I really needed it. Another thing is the weight. It's really hard to explain, but the ROG Ally feels really noticeably bottom heavy now with this new battery, making it less comfortable compared to the original. Don't get me wrong, there are definite improvements in battery life. For example, in Fortnite at 25 watts with 44% screen brightness and the RGB sticks turned off, I used to get 1 hour and 3 minutes, and now I get 2 hours and 4 minutes, basically as advertised. I also clocked a random session with 3 different games in 15 watt mode: Fortnite, Doom Eternal and the Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I got 3 hours. Also, quick charging works fine. One common concern is the temperature. While I haven't done any internal testing yet, I can confirm that the CPU temperature hasn't changed. I'm working on getting a thermal probe to get more data, so stay tuned for updates. If you're interested in more detailed info, consider subscribing. If you have any questions about this mod, drop them in the comments down below. I'll work all your questions into a future video. So, would I recommend it? It depends. If you have an OG ROG Ally with a really bad original battery, this might be your only choice. It's certainly cheaper and easier to get than a OEM battery. You'll extend your battery life, but at the cost of some general comfort. That said, this mod is still pretty new, so I can't say how these cells will hold up over time. I've asked the Aliexpress seller and they told me the battery should last for 700 to 800 charge cycles. I'm not sure how much I believe that, but only time will tell. If you're okay with these trade-offs, this could be a solid option for you. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe. We're trying to get to the 500 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.